Hello to our Carnival family. I wanted to check in with all of you on board and those of you at home to let you know we are thinking of you and understand how difficult it is for those of you who aren't working during this extended pause in our operation. I also want to share some of the news and highlights of the work that we have been doing since my last video message. We were very excited to announce that Mardi Gras is going to be delivered at the end of this year, and she will arrive in her beautiful new terminal in Port Canaveral in January. We also announced that her sister ship will be delivered in November of 2022 and sail from Miami. She will be named Carnival Celebration in honor of our 50th birthday. Planning has begun to resume the transformation work from Carnival Victory to Carnival Radiance, and she will now have a new home port in Long Beach, California, being delivered in May of 2021. We've also announced changes to the Carnival fleet that focus on our Fantasy class ships. Fantasy and Inspiration have been sold, and Fascination and Imagination have been moved to long-term layup status. These reductions are consistent with the announcement the Carnival Corporation has made about reducing the company-wide fleet by 13 ships. With these changes, we announced that Carnival Sensation will be moving to Mobile, and that as part of our fleet plan, which is focused on the ability for our guests to be able to drive to their cruise vacations, we will not have a ship home ported in San Juan as we restart operations. Even with these changes, Carnival Cruise Line will remain the largest cruise line brand in the company, with 26 ships when Mardi Gras and Celebration arrive. Now remember, these XL ships are 2.5 times the size of a Fantasy class ship, so we will still be serving more guests than we did in 2019. Now I know that what you are most interested in is when are we getting back to cruising with guests? And for those of you at home, when can you come back to work? We have extended our pause in the US until the end of October. In Australia, we have canceled cruises through December 2nd. However, we are very excited to see our colleagues at Costa and AIDA are returning to cruise operations in Europe with support of both the German and Italian governments. We're also happy to see that testing has become more accessible, more affordable, and faster, which provides us with the ability to implement testing for crew and guests. For our North American ships, Carnival Corporation is working with us to develop new protocols and operating procedures that will allow us to submit a plan to secure approval from the CDC to resume sailing. Now, we don't know when the CDC will lift its no-sail order, but we are working in earnest to ensure that we will be ready to operate whenever the no-sail order is lifted. We are committed to a safe return to operations as soon as possible. But as I already mentioned, whenever we get back to guest operations, our return will be gradual. We will likely focus on a small number of home ports at the beginning, with only a portion of our fleet. Just like it took time to get all of our crew home, it will take time to get all of our team members back on board. So the bottom line is that the restart of our cruise operation, when we can resume, will be phased in. The great news is it's clear our guests are very anxious to get back to cruising, which means we have demand from consumers and especially from our past guests. You should know that we are waiving seniority rules so that this time away during the extended pause will not impact your employment status with the company. Finally, a special shout out to crew members who spent many months on the ship waiting to get home to their families from countries that had restricted travel. I am pleased to say with almost all of our repatriation efforts behind us, we are down to the safe operational manning levels that we need to keep our ships safe and maintained during this layup period. And I want to thank our colleagues who remain on board under our minimum operational manning plan. Your continued commitment and work to support compliance, health, safety, and environmental protection, especially during this extended pause, is so important. All of us appreciate your efforts and your professionalism. I can only imagine how lonely it is being on a Carnival cruise ship without guests, and we are thinking of you every day. For everyone, please continue to stay informed by reading, listening, and watching the information we share. And please, and most importantly, continue to stay safe, whether on land or at sea. We can't wait to welcome you back, and I remain immensely proud of our great Carnival team and look forward to the day that we will be sailing again. Remember, we are Carnival, and we will be back. Thank you all.